Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. It's a great view. Had it all week. Been doing my work from this balcony. It's been a great week. Just sitting back, relaxing. Obviously, getting some work done, and just obviously just trying to relax. It's actually hard for me to relax, to be honest. I'm always working. My brain's always going. It's really hard for me to turn it off. But um, it's funny. I was just sitting here before thinking, staring at these palm trees and this water, and I'm like, I have to say, I'm very thankful for the people obviously helped me along the way in my career, but I'm also thankful for the people that screwed me over, tried to screw me over, told me it couldn't be done, all this stuff. But I'll just tell you the quick story of how I actually finally got into the lead gen business. Basically, what prompted me to start doing it and figuring it out. It all came about because someone totally fucked me over. So I was consulting for this guy who owned a digital marketing company. And at the time, when they reached out to me, that guy got screwed over by other people. He was having other people manage his business for him. And this is how they were screwing him over. These two guys were managing it for, managing a digital marketing company for this guy. He's a wealthy dude, had another large company that he made a ton of money in. So this is like a side business for him. So what happened was these two guys, the name of the company was three different words. I figure it was Digital Motion Web or something like that. I forget the name of the company. But what they did was these two guys who were running it for him created a business with just the letters. So let's just say DMW or whatever it was. So when they went to clients, they would go to clients and basically say, just write the check out to DMW. They would just take all the money. They literally took all the money that they could, whatever they could. Obviously, they couldn't take every dollar the business generated, but they took a lot of it. So this guy had a big ego, and he didn't want anyone to know what happened. So he never went after the guys. He just let it go. So I came in, I helped him out, and I completely restructured the whole business. And I brought in a buyer. Someone bought the company, and the lady who came in to buy the company, I already knew her for a few years before. And their first meeting, she literally says to me, "Just so you know, he told me not to tell you that we're going to do this whole deal." So literally, the guy just blatantly just screwed me over. But what I wanted to do with this guy was start a lead gen business with him. It was a great opportunity, I thought, for me because they had a whole team. I've always been a one employee company for since 2006, basically. And so I was like, all right, cool. We got a company here. Let's change it around and let's add lead gen. So after obviously all that happened, I'm like, all right, well, clearly I'm not going to do business with this guy. So that prompted me to be like, you know what, screw it. I'm just going to do lead gen. And I started figuring it out. Now, at the time, I didn't know really much about it. I dabbled in it. I was doing some lead brokering, but I never actually physically went out and generated my own leads, to monetize them. So this is probably like April. I think in April or May. I think it was May of 2014 is when I said, you know what, I'm dropping everything. I'm just going to figure this out on my own. And that's really what prompted me to do it. All because this fucking guy just decided to screw me over. And there's been people that told me you can't do this. Now that's what really motivates me. I'm doing something right now because someone told me I basically can't do it. I'm putting that in motion just to fucking do it. I got into this e-learning business because I was watching Tai Lopez and all these other guys, put out all this content and selling courses back in the day, and I'm like, that motivated me. And when I met Tai Lopez, I told him that. I'm like, just so you know, you're one of the people that motivated me to get into this. But so there's always been people that motivated me. There's people that personally helped me out. Obviously, the networking I've done over the years, the friends I've made in just the business world, and that's all the stuff, from a business standpoint. It's all the stuff that I'm personally thankful for. But you gotta love the people that just tell you can't do something, tell you, just screw you over or whatever. And a lot of people I see out there that has been screwed over or have failed at something or whatever. I see it all the time where people quit after that. They give up, right? And that's the thing, man. Listen, I've had so many bad things happen to me over the years, but I just refuse to quit. I refuse to just stop, and I just push forward, push forward, push forward, and there's times in my life over the last, 24, since 2000, since 1998, many ups and downs, many ups and downs. And anytime anything's going really good, I always say to myself, okay, what's going to happen? What's the negative thing that's going to happen? Because that never is all good all the time. Something's always bound to go bad or go wrong. So, but yeah, it's the thing is just not quitting, and I see it all the time. Even with the current business, Loan Broker Network, because we deal with so many people that are trying to start a business, I see it all the time. People take the littlest thing that could go wrong and just quit and give up, and that's it. So obviously they weren't, or at least at that point in time, they weren't destined to be an entrepreneur. Maybe, down the road they will be, and they'll change, their mindset and how to deal with stuff, and know that you can be successful even if you get screwed over, even if you fail. I failed at many things. So, and I just learned. I treat it as a learning experience. That's what I do. I treat that as a learning experience. Almost like if I lose money into something, I almost treat it as like education. Like, all right, I paid for that education, and I take it. I just move forward. You pivot, you tweak, whatever. The biggest thing is 2020. Once COVID hit, our event business that I was doing with Kevin Harrington and all the stuff that we're doing at that point in time basically just stopped. And I was like, okay, what are we gonna do? And that's, obviously a lot of people, got screwed or, were in a bad spot in that point in time. But you just got to take everything that's happened to you and just move forward, tweak, pivot, figure out what you can do to keep going. And obviously that's a big thing that happened with a lot of people. But the thing is that you're always, see, when I was in my mastermind group, so I'm in this, like, for example, War Room Mastermind, I was in that Facebook group. And when I went into that specific group, what happened was it was all positive. Once COVID hit, it was all 100% positive. And I love being in that group at that time. I'm like, oh, so, people are like, oh, I'm making more money than I was before, because those are the types of people that see the vision, right? They see the ways to make money. Then when I go to like normal Facebook page, it's all negative, right? Because obviously those aren't the right people that know how to figure this stuff out. So that's why it's really good to put yourself in that right room with those people that have that mindset, know what they're doing, and network with them, because you can learn from that really fast. And it's also a motivation. When I'm on Facebook, when negative things are happening in the world, like especially during COVID, that stuff can bring you down. By putting yourself around that all the time can bring you down. So, oh my God, it's great. And I even feel it myself. And I just like, I got to stop. So, I put myself online, connecting with those people, reading posts from the people that are all positive and pushing forward. So I gotta tell you all that stuff. But anyway, all right, we're gonna head out to dinner. Hope everyone enjoys their Thanksgiving.